What is up, everybody? This is Apache Gaming here. Today I'll be talking about the Call of Duty series and why it is as popular as it is today. However, first I need to thank FragHard. This is some awesome Nuketown 2025 gameplay that he let me use. He ends up getting over 15,000 score in the 11-minute game. However, I doubt you guys will see all of that. If you do want to see it, I might post it on my Apache Gaming Facebook, Twitter, any of that stuff. But anyway, let's get right into this commentary. Why is Call of Duty so popular? So as you guys know, every teenager guy practically knows about Call of Duty, okay? Every teenager guy's mom, sister, brothers, hamsters, gerbils knows about Call of Duty. Call of Duty has practically taken over the scene for the social gaming. Now, a lot of other video games are still big and they're still out there, but Call of Duty is the name when people think about shooter games and video games themselves. But why is Call of Duty so popular as it is, and why does everybody else know about it? That is the question I'm answering for you guys today. Now, the first big reason that the Call of Duty series is so successful is that it is just plain hard to dislike. Now, I know a lot of you diehard Battlefield 3, Halo 4 fans are probably just like, wow, really? I can't stand this game, and this commentator should know this. Like, he's doing a commentary, and he doesn't know the obvious. But I ended up going around on Yoush and asking a lot of people on these question boards, what do they like, dislike about Call of Duty? And very few people, only 2 people out of like the 50-some that I asked, dislike everything about Call of Duty. Now, I'm not just talking about the multiplayer that you're seeing. I'm not just saying like they just dislike kill streaks, or they dislike this, dislike that, but I'm saying they dislike everything about the game. See, the thing with Call of Duty is that everybody has something to love about it. I used to not be able to stand the Call of Duty multiplayer, honestly, but I just played it for zombies. And so many people dislike 2 out of the 3 parts of it, 1 out of 3 parts of it, and they just play it for the last part. So many people said they were going to buy Black Ops 2 just for the zombies. But then a lot of people ended up playing it because they learned that they liked the multiplayer. See, if somebody just likes 1 out of 3 parts of the game, campaign, multiplayer, zombies, if a user, for example, or somebody that's played it in the past, just likes one part enough, he will still buy the game, therefore giving it sales, and therefore getting more attention to the game itself. Now, the second big reason that the Call of Duty series has gotten so successful is the game system. And by system, I don't mean what you're watching right now. I don't mean by how smooth it is, the graphics, whatnot. Because if it was just the graphics and how the game runs, there are probably dozens of other games out there which are just as good and that kind of system. But when I'm talking about system, I'm talking about how the game works. The Call of Duty system I'm referring to is the fast-paced, is the ranking, the kill streaks, the customization. That is what's mainly made Call of Duty so successful. See, if you look at the original Call of Duty games, Call of Duty 1, 2, and 3, they were all good games, simply because they were well made, and they were original a little bit, in their own way. But then, Modern Warfare is the first ever game that truly took off Call of Duty. And why it took off is because of this system I'm talking about. When somebody would pick up Modern Warfare, it was crazy because it was easy to pick up, it was fast-paced, there was tons of customization. I mean, not tons if you're looking at it now, but for back then, there was a lot of customization. And as each Call of Duty game has basically had the exact same system of the game, but they've just improved. But love it or hate it, this system works. Everybody loves the feeling when they prestige for the first time. Everybody loves the feeling when they got their first TAC nuke. I don't know about you guys, but I wanted a TAC nuke so bad. My friend got one, and I spent like an entire 2 weeks just going for a TAC nuke. And ironically, like a couple games after I gave up, ended up getting one with dual-wield Rangers on Sabotage, not even trying to. But that is besides the point. The Call of Duty system is just taking people over and over again. If you don't like how easy it is to pick up, you have to like it for the fast-paced action, you have to like it for the customization, and even when you get bored of the game, you still want to keep playing. Now, don't ask me how this works, but this is directly comparable to the dungeons of Skyrim, to the mines of Minecraft, how it just keeps you playing. Nobody can explain that part of the video game, but sometimes, some video games, you love them, but you don't want to keep playing them. Like in Halo 4, many people complained how they thought the game was good, but they didn't want to keep playing it. And sometimes, when I'm annoyed at Call of Duty and I don't want to play it anymore, I will keep playing it by some magical voodoo that kind of takes me over and makes me keep playing the game. The constant unlocking of things is a big part of that. Now, this constant unlocking I'm talking about was something that was new to Call of Duty in the original Modern Warfare, and something that is improved on since then. See, if you look at Call of Duty, they have perfected the art of ranking. They have made it so perfect, they've taken the best from all these other video games, and have made the ranking something to only play the game for. People will only play Call of Duty to rank up. There's people that play it only because they like it, but those people are very few. With Call of Duty, you are constantly unlocking something new, and you always want to rank up because you feel it will always give you an advantage or it'll give you more prestige. They actually call it prestige for a reason, because you feel better when you get that pretty little emblem on the back of your gun, or when you get that awesome gun you always wanted. These lower level guys, when they join, they see these awesome people beating up on them with AR-94s, just like you're seeing right now, and they're like, hey, I'm tired of these really crappy assault rifles that get one away. I really want to work to get that gun. So these people will put an achievement in their head, and they'll work all the time just to get that achievement. And by the time they get that achievement, most of them are basically hooked to the game. This ranking will pull people in. And it's not only ranking up to get new guns, but it is attachments, it is tags, it is emblems, it's everything. There is more unlocking in this game than there are in most games that you'll get in days. So in this game, for example, he's probably unlocked more stuff in these 10 minutes than in most games he would unlock in hours. And that draws people in, honestly. And not only that, but if you guys are looking at a screen, there is constantly stuff popping up. Headshot, capture kill, capture bonus. And that draws people in. It's just like with sports. If you watch a football game that's 10 years old, it'll be a lot different than if you watch one now. They have the fancy little lines, they have all the fancy art, and it just basically draws you in. It's kind of a masterpiece in that way. Call of Duty has mastered the ranking system, and it has gotten them places. Like it or hate it, that's the truth. Now, the final part of the game system, and probably the most helpful to its cause, is how easy the game is to pick up and play. New players, when they pick up this game, will love it. So if you take a new player and give him Halo, Call of Duty, and Battlefield, which one will he like more by the end of the day? Now, sorry to say it, guys, Halo, Battlefield lovers, most of them will say Call of Duty. And I'm not saying it's a better game. I love them all pretty much equally, and I am telling you the absolute truth by that. That's why I upload all three of them. But Call of Duty is simply easier to pick up. The shots are more forgiving. And by that I mean there's more aim assist on the shots. I went back and played Halo 3 after playing Black Ops 2, and it was freaking murder. What I would be getting headshots on and quickscopes on in Black Ops 2 would be missing somebody by 5 feet in Halo 3. And Battlefield is somewhere in between the two when it comes to aim assist, but the actual system of how the game runs, it is slower and it is harder naturally to pick up because it is more realistic. Realistic and in-depth are hard to be new. So I don't know how that works, but let's compare it to games here. Let's say somebody is going to play Leapfrog, a little kid's going to play Leapfrog, and the other one wants to play Stratego. Stratego may be more complex and may be fun for a longer period of time, but Leapfrog will be more fun at first if you like jumping, which we're assuming they do, because it is simply simpler. So you'll like something because it's simple, but it usually gets boring. But as I said, this ranking system in Call of Duty does not allow the game to get boring. The Call of Duty franchise is a very popular one. You can't deny that. More bullets have been fired virtually in Call of Duty than stars exist in our Milky Way, and more bullets have been fired in Call of Duty than people have ever existed on this planet. Call of Duty has taken over the social gaming, and Call of Duty has just taken over the video game industry as a title. But my question for you guys is, does Call of Duty deserve this title? Does Call of Duty deserve to be the most popular game out there? So I want to see what you guys think. Comment down below what you think about this and give me guys your reasons. I am pumped to see what you guys have to say about this. And leave a like and show some support, and subscribe if you guys haven't already. If you guys are still watching this video and you're still enjoying it, there's obviously something you'll like about my commentary or something you guys like about my videos. And as always, guys, have a nice day.
Bullseye.